I still remember the exact moment my heart cracked in that cold conference room. The fluorescent lights buzzed above us like angry wasps while Mr. Richard Harlan, our CEO, leaned back in his leather chair with that signature smirk. He looked at all 23 of us like we were children asking for too much candy. "Listen," he said, tapping the table. "The economy is tough right now. This is all you can handle." He slid the new salary slips across the table. My hands trembled as I picked mine up. A 28% cut. After 12 years of loyalty. 12 years of missing my daughter's school events, working weekends, and pouring my soul into this company. I looked up at him, my voice barely above a whisper. "Richard, we've increased revenue by 40% this year. We made this possible." He chuckled, actually chuckled, and waved his hand. "Sweetheart, that's exactly why I'm keeping most of you. Be grateful. Some companies are firing people outright. This is all you can handle right now. Don't complain." The room fell into stunned silence. I felt every eye on me. Sarah from accounting had tears in her eyes. Michael, who just had a baby, looked like someone had punched him in the stomach. And me? I felt something inside me shatter. That night, I drove home in silence. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. I kept hearing his voice on repeat. "This is all you can handle." I had given this man my best years. I believed in the company. I defended him when people called him heartless. And now he was treating us like we were lucky to even have jobs. But what I didn't know that day was that his words would light a fire in me I never knew existed. A fire that would eventually burn his entire empire down. The next few weeks were pure hell. Morale died overnight. People started calling in sick. The best performers began updating their resumes quietly. But Richard? He was living his best life. New luxury car in the parking spot. Photos from his Maldives vacation popping up on his social media. While we were told to tighten our belts. I started noticing things I had ignored for years. How the company's profits were skyrocketing while our pay was being slashed. How Richard's personal expenses kept growing. How he kept buying new properties. One late evening, I stayed back after everyone left. That's when I found the documents. Hidden in a shared drive he thought no one checked. Clear evidence. Millions funneled into offshore accounts labeled as consulting fees, while he told us the company was struggling. My hands shook as I copied everything. Tears streamed down my face, not from sadness anymore, but from pure rage. I called a secret meeting at my house that weekend. 10 of us showed up at first, then 15. By the end of the night, almost the entire team was there. "I'm done being quiet," I told them, my voice stronger than I had felt in months. "He wants us to accept less? Fine. But we're not going to suffer in silence." We formed a plan. Not loud, not messy, but surgical. We documented everything. Every cut, every broken promise, every suspicious transaction. Sarah from finance became our secret weapon. She knew where all the bodies were buried. Michael created a detailed performance report showing how our department carried the company. Meanwhile, Richard kept smirking in meetings. "See? The economy is improving, but we still have to be careful. This is all you can handle for now." Every time he said those words, my blood boiled hotter. But I smiled back. I played the loyal employee while we built our case like a quiet storm gathering strength. The betrayal cut deepest when I discovered he had planned these cuts for months, even while promising us bonuses at the last town hall. He looked us in the eyes and lied. He watched us celebrate fake promises, knowing he would crush our hopes. That realization broke the last piece of loyalty I had left. The day came 3 months later. Richard called an emergency all-hands meeting. He walked in smiling, ready to announce another round of cuts. But before he could speak, I stood up. My heart was pounding, but my voice was steady. "Richard," I said clearly, "before you say anything, we have something to share." I connected my laptop to the projector. Slide after slide. Numbers. Emails. Bank records. Proof of how he had been enriching himself while telling us to sacrifice. The room went dead silent. His face went pale. That famous smirk completely vanished. This is fabricated. But Sarah stood up next. Then Michael. One by one, people began speaking.
Calm.
Professional. Devastating. We had already submitted everything to the board and the authorities 2 days earlier. By the end of that week, Richard was placed on administrative leave. Within a month, he was removed as CEO. The board launched a full investigation. The company was forced to reverse most of the cuts and even give back pay to make things right. The last time I saw him, he was clearing out his office. No smirk this time. Just a broken man trying to avoid eye contact with the people he had betrayed. As he walked past me, I looked him straight in the eyes and said softly, "I guess this was all you could handle." Today, I still work at the company, but everything feels different. We have new leadership, better pay, real respect, and most importantly, we have our dignity back. Looking back, I realized something powerful. When someone tries to break you and tells you this is all you can handle, sometimes the greatest response isn't anger. It's quiet, dignified strength. It's choosing to rise instead of breaking. Never let anyone convince you that you deserve less than what you've earned. Your loyalty should never be used as a weapon against you. And if they smirk while trying to diminish you, just remember, the people they underestimate are often the ones who change everything. Thank you for listening to my story. If you've ever been betrayed by someone in power, know that you're not alone. Your comeback story is still being written. Until next time, stay strong, stay smart, and never accept less than you deserve.